here I go, punching the clock. The second shift, punching in. Yeah, that's what happens when you're solo. I got that second shift punching in right now. I got a lot going on and coming down the pipe, you know, on work. So normally, you know, it being 6 o'clock or so, I ain't doing nothing but, you know, getting ready for the next day or whatever. But tonight's gonna be a little bit different. I got a few things I need to take care of. Y'all check this out, man. Y'all sorry about the wind. So the dump trailer, well, I'll show y'all when I get inside. This is user error, so let me get the weight off of it. See, anybody can do this. Now, just a little bit about this dump trailer, y'all. So I bought this dump trailer about, I guess it was about 10, you know, probably 12 years ago or so, around 2011, something like that. I paid $5,500, right? It's 6x12, 5.5 pounds on each axle. I made a lot of money with this dump trailer, y'all. If anybody's ever thought about getting a dump trailer, and boy, I tell you what, you can make a lot of money with one. But they're so expensive now. See, back then they wasn't that expensive. You know, I bought this one brand new when I was doing firewood, and I was selling, you know, cords of firewood. So it's a 6x12, and I built a ramp for it too, so I can load the lawnmowers. I don't know if y'all can see that right out there. So on this jack, y'all see how that's reamed out, like egg-shaped, you know? So, and all this is welded on, man, and they do that from the factory, I guess. I've had this jack on here, well, probably about 5 years. These dump trailers usually come with a jack in the middle right here, right? But I don't like it, man, because a lot of times on this dump trailer, you're loaded, and if it hangs down in the middle, sometimes you can get hung on stuff when you're backing it. It's just, I don't, so obviously y'all can see my inexperience then ripped this jack, ripped the metal and everything. Y'all see that, right? So yeah, and that's how I learned, right? So I never put a jack back, right? I could have cleaned that up better, but I don't use it. I don't use the dump trailer all the time now like I did then. So when I installed this jack on here, it comes with this right here, the weld mount, right? So last week I ordered another jack, right? And you got to have kind of a little bit of a unique one right here. It's only 2,000 pounds, but rarely do you have 2,000 pounds on the tongue. If I got a big weight on here, it's over the tires on the trailer. Okay, so these are exactly the same jack, like $80. But you notice I get the jack with the up and down thing because another thing about the jack being right here, when you was spinning it, sometimes your hand would come real close to the toolbox. I just didn't like it. I never did like it, and as soon as it broke off, then I took it off, and yeah. So, but these are really good jacks, and they go up a long way. So obviously, just observation here. So obviously the new one comes with the sleeve. Now this is a what they call a weld mount sleeve. You just weld it, you know, you can weld it somewhere. Well, what I do when I got trailers and stuff, because of the heat, is I cut a plate right here, or found a plate or something, you know, plate of steel, and that looks like about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. And then what I do is I weld my piece onto that, you know, away from the trailer, let it cool, and then I come back and I drill 4 holes with grade 8 bolts, 4 of them, with lock washers and nuts on the inside. So you know, to sum it up, that's so this won't get hot and melt the wires. So y'all see that you only really use this part, this one, and the bottom one, right? That's all you use. So instead of me, and I don't know for sure, but instead of me having to do all of this again with the new sleeve, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see how this jack rides on this. And then what I'll do is all I gotta do, y'all, is unbolt the plate, turn it 90 degrees, and put it back, and then I'll be on these holes, right? You can't trick Ray. You can't trick Ray. So just spin the whole plate, right? I might have to drill some holes and stuff, but that's okay. That beats having to cut a piece of steel this big, drill 4 holes in it, and then weld this onto it. If that's what I have to do, that's what I'll do. But we're gonna see how, because that's a pretty thick steel right there, man. It's hard to bend that and make that egg shape. So, because I don't really ever put a lot of weight on the jack. Usually when it's got weight on it, big weight, it's on the truck, it's hooked to the truck. Because I don't haul a lot of gravel and stuff around. So, yeah. So, let's see how it's gonna ride on there, because this thing might be warped. You know, this thing right here might be warped. So let me see. Okay. It ain't warped, but there's a big lip right here and right there. And see, this is just an old piece of steel that I cut, and then I just drilled 4 holes in it to make a plate to weld, you know, so I don't have to weld that. So basically, this is how it was, right? Because I had to cut that 45 to make room for that. So what we want to do, this is what we want to do right here. You see that? You're gonna have to drill more holes through there, man. And I really don't like doing that, man, if I ain't got to, you know, but I'm gonna have to, man, because I could put 1 in. Okay, y'all, so I got it cut, and we're gonna go on and bolt it to there, and then I'll probably drill another hole like right here. All right, so there it is. The new jack will go on here. I threw a little bit of paint I had laying around, you know. Womp womp, right? And you can see now the holes are not reamed out, right? So, and this pin right here, the reason it's really my fault, because the reason that other one was all wallered out is because this pin broke, and I just stuck something in there, and then I never did go back. You know, over the period of maybe 6 months, it just well, it moved, and when it moves, it moves. So, but y'all see, and there you have it. And so this is why I like this jack, because I can jack it all the way up from the outside here. I don't have to, you know, go through a lot. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit, and then I'm going to crank the skid steer up, and I'm going to move so I can get the lawnmowers out. So it's a lot better than the one that goes right here. A lot better. All right, y'all. Deuces.